So the James Gunn controversy is still continuing. So for anyone who doesn't know, James Gunn was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 after some very insensitive tweets come to light that he posted around about 10 years ago involving the Holocaust and rape. Not very nice subjects. I don't really want to get into that part of the controversy, but ultimately Disney cut ties with him. And in my opinion, it was harsh. Obviously, I think he has changed as a man. He is not the same person who posted those tweets 10 years ago, but also Disney need to think of their brand. They don't want to be associated with that. So I understand why they cut ties. Now, after that happened, he got a wave of support from all the cast members of Guardians of the Galaxy supporting James Gunn and wanting James Gunn to return. This really surprised me, as I thought the cast would maybe try and distance themselves from Gunn. After everything that happened, they are still obviously under contract, and to speak out against Disney, who are still paying them, and it shows the amount of respect that the cast members have for James Gunn, that they are willing to speak out against the people that are paying their wage in support of James Gunn and try and get him to return to the franchise. So today, Dave Bautista tweeted that he is not very happy with Disney, and he says Guardians of the Galaxy without James Gunn just isn't Guardians of the Galaxy. That he's also said he will reprise the role of Drax the Destroyer because he is under contract obligation. That doesn't sound very good at all. That's kind of threatening that I'm only doing this because I've got a contract. He also said in an interview with Final Score that it was nauseating to work for Disney after Gunn's removal, and that he is now fighting for them to use James Gunn's script, and he will continue to argue that point in order for James Gunn's script to still be used. And he also said in this interview that if they don't, he would like to be cut from his contract and be recast, which is a very big claim to make. He's also saying that he'd be doing James a disservice if he didn't fight for this, and threatened to actually leave the film. Now, I don't think James Gunn wants all this. I don't think James Gunn wants the actors to be leaving their roles. I don't think he wants all this controversy. I think he's very upset to be leaving Guardians of the Galaxy. It's such a big hand in it, and it was his massive project, which he has done fantastically well with. But for this to now be happening because of his actions and the silly things he said, I don't think he wants this, and I'll be very surprised if Dave Bautista actually left his role. I think everything needs to just sort of cool off for a bit, and maybe James Gunn can return to Guardians of the Galaxy after everyone kind of forgets what's happened. But there is so much controversy going on. The huge waves of support he's getting from the cast is massive, and this may sway Disney to bring him back. A lot of fans are actually supporting James Gunn in a huge way, and I think this also will affect Disney's decision going forward. Maybe they will get him back. I think it would be nice to see James Gunn, but there are other talented directors out there who can direct a Guardians of the Galaxy film. I think for one, Edgar Wright is a perfect choice. I think he could make a Guardians film, and also Taika Waititi. So I think there's two guys right there they could get to direct this film. But it's very interesting that Dave Bautista is throwing out there these threats on Twitter and in interviews to Disney, saying he's really annoyed at Disney. It's tiring, it's nauseating to work with them, and I think he really is playing with fire. I think Disney would have no qualms in getting rid of Dave Bautista. He's not the linchpin of the Guardians films. Obviously Chris Pratt is, he's the man front and center. Obviously Dave Bautista has been kind of a breakout star from the films, but I think they would get rid of him if he carries on like this, and I don't think James Gunn wants this. So I think things do need to cool down, and then maybe we can bring James Gunn back. But for now, it's all getting a little bit heated for my liking, and we will see what happens. But it is interesting to see the massive waves of support he's getting. So it shows that he was a very well respected man, and people don't believe that he means what he said 10 years ago, and that he is definitely a different man. So let's just see what happens. I mean, what do you guys think will happen? Do you think they'll bring James Gunn back? Do you think Dave Bautista is crossing a line? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe if you enjoy this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.